Hey, what's up, guys? John the Talk here from Stormforce Fitness and the Fitness Entrepreneur Bootcamp. I've just been reading a book, an awesome book that you want to get hold of if you're interested in becoming a better coach, a better thinker, and kind of building a business that you actually love being in and actually has a huge impact, which I'm guessing is you, which is why you're watching this video. Basically, one of the things that I'm reading about at the moment, and I thought it was very, very applicable to a lot of conversations I've seen recently, and obviously what we're doing at FEB at the end of March, is the kind of the way you approach thinking around your business and the way you approach goal setting. And basically, there's kind of three key ways you can approach it. One is acquisition based. One is kind of attraction based, like law of attraction, and the other one is creation based. And basically, what a lot of people do, especially obviously in Western society, we base success on acquisition. So it's almost like I will be happy, I'll be happy with my business, I'll be happy with my life when I get X, Y, Z. When I've learned X, Y, Z. It's kind of particular. It's very defined. It's very set. It's all about once I've got 100 grand in the bank, I'll be happy. Once I'm earning 10 grand a month, I'll be happy. Once I've got my house and my mortgage, I'll be happy. And like I say, it's very acquisition based. And the problem with that is because society keeps progressing, because we're very connected and we can see what everybody else is doing and what everybody else has, then that game never really ends. It's a kind of zero-sum game that we're never going to be happy because we're constantly moving. We cannot reach a point where we're happy with our acquisitions. The mind just doesn't work like that. Well, as soon as we reach something, we see somebody's got something better. And realistically, there will always be somebody with more than you. Okay, so if you're looking at trying to create a business that actually makes you happy and serves a lifestyle, then just thinking acquisition based is not going to work. That's not to say you can't want things or want to achieve a certain thing, but it's just that on its own will not suffice. It's not going to make you happy. The next one is the law of attraction. Obviously, this has become very big since things like The Secret, in particular, the book and the film, which pretty much says if I think hard enough about something and I put enough positive thinking into something, then it's going to manifest itself. And I think we all kind of know that's not true. If you don't actually start taking actions, if you don't start moving towards things, then all it is you just become a dreamer. Anybody can dream about stuff and wish for stuff and imagine themselves doing it. And again, this stuff does work. In my experience, when I've actually progressed a lot faster, I have been doing that stuff. But at the same time, it's not just by thinking about it. It's because I actually got off my ass and started doing things. So that leads us to the question, well, what do we do then? Because those have been the kind of the two key things that most people do, kind of one or the other, sometimes a bit of both. But really what we need to start looking at is this third type of thinking, which is creation. Okay, what am I actually trying to create? It's almost like rather than saying there's something out there, this sort of mystical thing out in the universe, and that's what I'm trying to attract into me. It's like, actually, my life is a blank canvas, therefore my business is a blank canvas, and I can create whatever I want. And this is where we start thinking about actually knowing your why first, like why you're doing it. And that's going to be different for me, for Dax, who's hosting the event with me, and Luca and Krebs, and all these people that we've got speaking there. We all have similar things we want to do, you have a big impact and all that, but we have different ways of doing it, and that's not a problem. What is a problem is when we're trying to create things which don't really mean a lot to us. They don't make us want to jump out of bed, and we're doing it simply for the money, and that comes back to that whole acquisition thing. And the other thing is, if it's not something that we really want, if we don't really understand the positive effects it's going to have on us, we're not going to put the right energy into it, and that is what starts attracting things. Is when you give out the right energy, that's when you start attracting things back, whether it's clients or anything else. If you put loads of energy into your clients, you're serving maybe the 5 clients you've got at the moment. If you put so much energy into those clients, you will start attracting more of them. Okay, but you'll only put the energy in if what you're creating means something to you and you genuinely want to be doing. You're creating it for the sake of creation rather than creating it for the sake of money. Okay, so this is kind of the underlying concepts and the foundation of what we're doing at FEB. We're not just going to go, here's how to make money, here's loads of different tactics, go and try some of them. And I made a video a while ago about kind of the slot machine analogy. We're not going to give you loads of slot machines and say, well, look, try all these different slot machines and hope one of them works. Okay, what we're going to do is help you understand what you're trying to create, understand how you can pretty much instantly up your energy levels. You're absolutely fired up. You want to get out of bed. It's like, oh, the alarm hasn't gone off yet. I've still got 10 minutes. Fuck it, I'm getting out of bed. I'm not waiting around. I'm getting out of bed because I can move forward and start creating. I've got another 10 minutes to create. I'm fired up. I want to go and do it. So we're going to look at that kind of stuff. We're going to look at, obviously, yes, the the positive thinking, but in the right way, not just kind of sitting there sort of hugging a tree and throwing things out to the cosmos. You know, that kind of stuff helps, meditation helps, and yes, I believe in the law of attraction, but only when you truly understand what you're trying to do and why. And then, yeah, we'll talk about kind of the acquisition-based side of it and setting targets that you can achieve. You know, not just setting ridiculous targets that are so far ahead, but, you know, have that big goal. By all means, have that big goal, have that big vision, but then how you break it down and how you move step by step. Because realistically, that's all you can do. There's only so much you can achieve in 24 hours, 7 days, a month, a year. And that's what you've got to focus on. But yes, you need that bigger vision and put the energy into the bigger vision, and you will start pulling that vision towards you, and you start moving towards it to the point where you meet in the middle. Okay, so that's kind of the concept of the underlying concepts, and then obviously we're going to be giving you a shed load of tactics and strategies that work for pretty much anything. You know, it's based on principles. So we're going to look at the Facebook ads, we're going to look at marketing strategy and selling and conversion and consultations and everything else, but that stuff isn't an awful lot of use unless you understand the mindset and the different ways of thinking around success. Okay, so make sure you get to FEB 2014, March 29th and 30th in Birmingham. Be myself, Dax Moy, Luca Hossova, Steve Krez, Brian Grasso, Travis Jones, and we're going to absolutely smash it for 2 days, and you're going to leave that event knowing what you're after, knowing why you're after it, and how to get there. So I will see you there.